Hi everyone, BC here again. Let's see. Throne claim. This must have been a disciple, because adepts of the Silver Order are not normally Holy Three. Um, Rituals, just kind of cruising through those. I don't think that any of our site search rituals found anything. Oh hey, we found a brigand lair. Yippee. um, the Ziggurat of Thunder. This thing is funny. It's not good, but it's funny. So yeah, that's what we found. Lots of blood hunting. Lost another slot. Oh yeah, I should make more soul contracts. Um, so we can get our devils going again. We're running a little low. Um, let's have you. Eh, I so don't really care. Um, Lost a slot to a horror. Um, this guy, she had gotten horror marked, but she was naked, so uh, it's quite alright. Cleared this out. Um, Agartha continues to purge Ashdod. Bessie attacking Independence. Let's see. Oh yeah, I took a swing here. Um, I am going to be flying some guys in here to actually capture this fort. Might as well grab at least something from former Brandolog. Um, there's an Azure Academy here, although the Azure Mages don't actually matter as much to me as they might have in the past. Um, but I'll probably be engaging in an Uruk campaign just because, well, they've done a good job of fighting the coalition that was against them, and no good deed goes unpunished. The other thing I'm planning on doing is relay is kind of checked out here, so I'm gonna conquer a bunch of relay because why not? Let's see here. Got to gather these devils. So let's go ahead and get these so we can fly those out of here. Yeah, you take them over here, I guess. But relay is kind of checked out, so if they are not using those devils, then, or if they're not using their forts and stuff, then I will. You might have noticed that my lab is pretty empty when I just clicked on it. The reason is that I've given most of my non-cursed items to random mages because I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff from the Celeria Death Basket. We went and split that up. So, like, the highest individual bid was but me plus Abyssia plus Ermor was easily enough to win the bid. And so I'm going to profit like 300 gems plus a bunch of items. So definitely worth joining that little coalition there. Ermor is going to take all the death gems, and then Abyssia and I are splitting a bunch of other goodies. Let's see, we're looking at battles. Yeah, there's the gelatinous vacuum cube. Some dudes that Uruk had enslaved. Titanu. Oh yeah, this was actually a pretty big battle. So Uruk or Ermor sent in this wave to try to capture Arcasaphale because Why not? I mean, Ashdod is not long for this world. But Ashdod's army was able to repel Ermor's undead horde, although at considerable cost. We go ahead and watch this battle. So here we've got Ermor has some Ether Warriors. They've got a bunch of their Lictors, which you'll recall have a Baller Bless. They've got some random Yetis, some Manticores, I guess. Some Banes are kind of mixed in with these guys. Ashdod, they've got their usual array of Anakites, some of these Sheds, Bone Fiends, and Serpent Fiends in the back. Zamzumites. And then the Rephaite Sages are always useful. 2 of pretty much any path is a solid battle path, and these guys are no exception. And then some random archers just to kind of hold the line around the mages. 1 per square. So who's casting Banefire? Some imps come in. Foul Vapors cast by Ashdod, actually. So there's going to be some friendly fire from that, I think. But they cast Mass Regen, so that's their counter to their own Foul Vapors. Foul Vapors does work on Ether Warriors. It doesn't work on the undead, obviously. There's a Troll King over here, but he regenerates because he's a troll. Where's the Troll King? He must have empowered, I guess. Some fire elementals. A lot of falling fires. We look at the Lictors, see how they're doing. We see that almost none of them are dead. Some of them got hit by Banefire, and Banefire will just delete anything it hits. Howl Dryad Mother. I think that is Ashdod, but it's difficult to tell. Firestorm cast by Ashdod, which, again, that doesn't work on the Lictors, but it does work on the other guys. Okay, so yeah, the Dryad must have been a Ermor guy. Troll King is fire resistant because he's wearing some thick fireproof armor. Spectators, they've cast Elemental Fortitude, so that's why they've got their resistances. So this is kind of a turbo communion of sorts. Dominion. We need dominions. Great. All the lightning continues to fly. Go ahead and speed this up now. The Gileadite archers have held up. They're resisting the fire. They've got regen to counter the foul vapors. So we go ahead and look at just a smattering of Lictors. It's difficult. They died too long ago for me to see in the log what killed them. But overall, Ashdod just made a wall and shot everything down. And these spectators are still in communion, so they can't run away. So yeah, the final score, we saw this earlier, but we can go ahead and review. Almost all the lictors died. The Troll King survived, which is important. Ermor has invested quite a bit in that Troll King. The lictors are pretty replaceable for Ermor at this point. Like, Ermor would prefer to have them, but it's not the end of the world to lose 170 lictors at this stage. Dryad Mother. I don't actually know where this guy came from, but I guess I know where he went. Meanwhile, Ashdod did lose most of their enchantresses. Otherwise, no significant mage losses. The troop losses were generally replaceable except for 34 Anakites. So that happened. Uruk attacking with 20 crushers. That's just hilarious. Like, all right. The perfect counter to this particular crew would be just a death mage spamming disintegrate. But in any case, like, versus the AI, it doesn't matter. Slayer of Gorgons. How did they even get this guy? Like, this is cool. I don't know what it is. Maybe a hero of some sort. Yeah, because he's got a name, or she's got a name. Oh no, yeah, Irmindon. Strongest, another hero. Okay, sure. Fun stuff. Divine Revival. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize that Arco had such cool heroes. I guess that's part of that is because I don't play Arco. Accidental attack here. Whoops. Cleared out this fort. So that was over here. Now we continue to pick up. We'll get this Agarthan fort the turn after next, and then the throne the turn after that. And that'll conclude our negotiations with Agartha. As mentioned, our next plan will be to capture a bunch of relay because, well, they said they're not using it. I'm going to try to have a big alpha strike on relay at once because not because I fear relay doing anything, but because I don't want like Atlantis and Ryuga Joe to notice real fast and cause cause my situation to be unnecessarily complicated. This battle, this was extremely expensive for both sides. We'll watch it in a second, but you can see the numbers here. So lots of dead Uruk mages, and a complete wipeout for Ind, including like these demon lords, the Lord of Corruption, Lord of the Plague Wind, etc. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how that happened. This is a fort storm, so that's why Ind Ind's retreats counted as deaths. Storm cast by a Boread. I think it's a Staff of Storm because it was that quickly. Oh no, it's Tempest. It's a artifact. Ark is the Ark of the Covenant. cast by the Umuakalu. So that is this guy. That is this guy. He's got the Ark of the Covenant. He's got the sword, which gives luck to the whole army. He's got the Aegis for petrifying attackers. So all sorts of good stuff from Uruk here. And then also a storm from Ind is Lord of the Plague Wind. Where's that? He just naturally casts Storm every time. Okay. Okay. The Fiends of Darkness can't fly because it's too stormy. Relief cast by Ind. A bunch of these Serpopards for Uruk, and Serpopards are great summons. Like, they're pricey, but some of these are coming from the buffs. Like, they haven't put Weapons of Sharpness on yet, but they hit pretty hard. They accept your bless, and they have formation fighters, so they can actually pack in decently well. Once they have Weapons of Sharpness, they kind of cut through things pretty effectively. Oh, and they have a huge amount of HP, so they accept regen. Unfortunately, their prot is all natural prots, so they don't get much of any benefit from skin spells. So Serpopards come in, and they're just attacking the hell out of these Fiends of Darkness. Wailing Winds cast by Uruk. Wailing Winds cast by Ind. Is this Ghost King their god? Nope. Just a powerful ghost. He's got a ton of death gems. He might have cast Wind of Death before doing this stuff. He's got a ton of penetration gear. Robe of the Magi is a powerful item to drop, of which Uruk has that item now. But yeah, we've got +5 penetration from items. Rigor Mortis cast by Pekaroth. I assume that's Ind, but I can check. Can I check? Yeah, all of these things that it's doing are to I don't know. Alright, so now let's go ahead and watch this some more. Relief cast by Monty Python, the God statue. Divine channeling. So, okay, sure. So many globals. Natural Rain by Ind. Enough of the Serpopards are getting enslaved or charmed or whatever that Ind is staying alive in this battle by fighting them with their own Serpopards. Neither of the mage cores are really having to do with like dudes in their face. So there's not actually that much in terms of like summoning happening that I see here. And the interesting thing is that like we've got all these global effects going off, but they're not like um battlefield sweep type of things. Like there's no foul vapors, there's no firestorm, there's no um whatever that drain one magic, like drain one armor negating spell is. Um there's no shimmering fields. So um it's just kind of interesting how that turns. Like a lot of times you'll have both sides cast a spell like that because each one of them is trying to like make it one-sided, and so the result is that it's double-sided. Here both sides cast Wailing Winds, which makes complete sense, but the other um, uh, big constant effects are not really happening. You've been doing. You have Cold Blast from this random ring, and I guess, yeah, some gifts from heaven from Ind. I think at least I think it's Ind. The Serpopards are kind of locked in with each other. Yeah, I think that like all the enslaving is just causing the actual troops to keep switching sides. Oh, and they're all fatigued out because of rigor mortis. Yeah, that makes sense too. Um, they're commune slaves with soul vortex active, so that's interesting. It's one way to make your turbo communion work, I guess, but it's also kind of tricky. And now there's just shit spells going off because like lots of the communion slaves have died. So those powerful mages aren't as powerful anymore. If we look at some of the big commanders, um, this guy's still alive. This is Urk's god. Do he's got some baller equipment. The It's kind of a excessive amount of reinvigoration. Yeah, 13. I guess he was doing it for rigor mortis, but um, let's see. These animated god statues are always fun. They get kind of just random paths. I'm not sure if whomever deployed that realized that like flower charm makes the wearer a community slave, so then all of the penetration gear doesn't help you. Tempest, the wielder of Tempest is still hanging in there. These guys haven't died yet. Ooh, he's got a ring of wizardry on this guy. Ashimasu's. This is a unique item at, I think, Construction 6 that gives you a bunch of seed strength. The Chalice slows down aging 100%. Okay. Yeah, so these guys have already retreated. This girl just had some random boosters. guy's hilarious. Wondrous box of monsters. The other thing I'm looking for here is to see if, like, there's any sweet loot from the dead guys for me to forge. So the Serpa parts, they're still awake or trying to route. But I think Rigor Mortis, yeah, Rigor Mortis is still in effect. We'll go ahead and speed this up some. Some Phoenix Pyres going off. These guys are all asleep, so they're not going anywhere. Who are you? Oh, that's from the Box of Monsters. The Box of Monsters is coming through so clutch, because these, whatever comes in from the Box of Monsters is fresh and ready to go. That'd be hilarious if the reason that Uruk is winning this battle rather than, like, it going to Turntimer and simultaneous death is because of the Box of Monsters. There were a couple of imps as well, but, like, oh, now he's spooked. And mostly routed. We look at, okay, he's still going strong, including the charm hat. Yeah, Uruk, it's not a turn timer yet. Uruk hasn't routed, like, not generally speaking. They're going to win this in regulation. Alright, so if we go ahead and look and see who all is dead and did they have any cool gear. Is there a filter for only dead? I can sort by HP left. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I know I'm skipping some of these, but, well, I don't want it to be too boring. Soulless Giant. That was pretty good Amuapkalu in life, but now he is not in life. Okay, so now I can't see all the gear of these dead guys. Because I've definitely, the Plague Lord had some gear, and now I don't see it. Well, okay, that guy retreated with his gear. Okay. Well, that'll do it then. So yeah, we saw that battle. Really exciting. Definitely wanted to share that a little bit more. Let me just go ahead and peek and see if there's, like, any uniques in here that... Oh, the Box of Monsters is in play. I'm getting a Box of Monsters. Who can make a Box of Monsters? Okay. Yeah, you might be making that rather than a whatever you're forging currently. take this off this guy and take a random ring of sorcery from somebody. That's the problem with giving out all my boosters to random dudes. But yeah, we gotta make a box of monsters. Everybody loves a box of monsters. Alright, there we go. You can have that back later, but right now we have a job to do. Need a nature 2 to give these 2 boosters to. You're nature 3, but I thought I had a nature 2 sitting around somewhere. I guess at the very worst, you'll work. So here, the boots still exist. Box of monsters. Anything else that showed up recently? No uniques there. Okay, so nothing else that my god could forge. Anything that you could forge, perhaps? I don't see any uniques on you. And one more check. Anything for you? Gem of Eternal Power. Ember still already exists. All right. The summit already exists, yeah. Alright, sorry for making you sit through that check there, but hey, I like boxes of monsters. They're fun. Anything else? Most of this is pretty boring. Yep. Then, oh, and I got this hero, so that's cool. I'll take it. We already talked about plans to move in on Relay and to move in on Uruk, so that should cover most things for now. Wait, what throne does Relay have? Throne of Bones. Or is that Ulm's flag? I guess there's an easy enough way for me to find out. Where's my water mage? The scry cannot cast underwater, but can it target underwater? I think it can. So we can go ahead and take a peek at that. All right. So yeah, that'll do it. And then next turn we'll see a whole bunch of cool items showing up. See you then.